Howdy friends, this is PelicanMan here bringing you another Death and Taxes video in Modern. So last video I tried to up my removal suite to 12 to give me 20% removal, which as I mentioned in the last video was something that Offbeat Hero has been recommending. I did find that there were times where it felt like I needed more removal, whereas in the past I haven't felt like that. So I'm trying to kind of shift back towards the old style, but like adopt a little bit of that. So we are still on 4 Solitude, 4 Skyclave. Last week we tried the Earned Arbiter so we could get away with Path to Exile. So instead this time for our 12 removal in quotation marks, we've still got 2 Aganjo, which kind of counts as removal. It does do removal sometimes. And our last 2 removal spots for the 12 will be Touch the Spirit Realm. So we're cheating a little here by like, we weren't counting these last week as part of our removal. And Touch the Spirit Realm we're actually more using as a flicker effect. So this might look like a bad Cloud Shift, because Cloud Shifts can trigger twice. Cloud Shift was one that's better than the channel on this, but if we have Thalia out, the channel on this costs the same as a Cloud Shift, and also this can't be counted because it's not cast. And this also flexes into being an O-Ring, which means, because when I tested Cloud Shift, the issue I had with it, not Cloud Shift, Ephemerate. Ephemerate's the good one. Sorry, I keep saying Cloud Shift. That shows how little I played with Ephemerate. When I tested Ephemerate, the issue I had with it was that the rebound often felt like it had no value, which obviously would be less true these days with Spirit Companion, but I digress. I felt like the rebound didn't have a lot of value, and I felt like I was pressured to flicker when it felt like my opponent just had a removal spell anyway to deal with it kind of thing. Whereas this flexing into being an O-Ring means that I can hold onto it and not be as pressured into using the flicker effect, but when I need it, the flicker effect is there. So that's the mentality behind that. Otherwise, our mana base looks pretty stock standard. I've got this is kind of what I've been on for a while, the 2K of the Frost Dragon. I will say the second Aganjo is still something I'm testing, by the way. The first one is free, obviously, very happy with the first one. The second one's got some potential downside to our testing it. A bunch of planes, of course. We've got our 1/1/1 split of Horizon Canopy, Silent Clearing, Sunbaked Canyon. I've got my usual split I've been testing of 2 Field of Ruin, 1 Tectonic Edge. I have a Singleton Flagstones of Trocaire as an upgrade on Plains, which is like a tiny hedge for the Crack the Earth deck. And because I'm back off Arbiter, I am going to test Mistress Factory again. I feel like some of the matches we lost last week, like to Mill, were partly because I wasn't able to be as aggressive as I like to be sometimes. And I feel like Mistress Factory is a big change in our ability to be aggressive. So I am going to test these once more over the Ghost Quarter slots. The biggest downside of which being that it means we do have slightly less white sources for our Lion Sash. With running Ghost Cores and Field of Ruins, they can turn into white sources, so they can potentially pump our Lion Sash. So Mistress Factory will never be able to pump a Lion Sash, so that is something to consider and something we will be looking at while we're testing it. Otherwise, kind of normal. Forgiveness for Bile. I am back on 1 Eater of Virtue. I want to keep continuing testing this because I have enjoyed it, so I feel like it is worthwhile, but I'll keep testing it to see whether in the long run it is actually good. For Spirited Companion, loved testing this card since Neon Dynasty came out. I am actually testing a second Lion Sash for today. We'll get to that in a minute. 4 Stoneforge Mystics, 3 Thalia. We've gone down from 4, so this is kind of the slot that made way for the second Lion Sash. So if we don't like the second Lion Sash, we would probably just put an extra Thalia back in, or maybe the 4th Flickwist, because we've gone down to 3 of those, with the spiritual 4th Flickwist being the one of Cloud Steel Carrion that's tutorable with our Stoneforge Mystic, which might seem potentially, like it's not a flick wisp, it's still a 3-power flyer, but I've really enjoyed running Cloud Securant in that slot. And of course, we've got our Celtic Complete and our 4 Solitudes, and again, it's such Spirit Realms and Skyclaves. So that is our main deck. The sideboard looks very similar to what it has recently. We've got 2 Forge Tender. We've gone down to 2 Dranith Magistrate. We could go up to a 3rd. That's a flex that we'll talk about because I've actually got the Kataki, but I could have a 3rd Dranith here. 2 Rest in Peace I've liked because graveyard decks are back. Relic Water. So this is the 3rd Relic Waters are also in this kind of flex slot. Like you can have a 3rd Relic Water and a Kataki, or like, I think I'm running a Kataki and a 3rd Relic Water where I could just run one of these and have the 3rd Dranith, but I'm electing not to for this league. 3 Sanctifier is almost stock at this point. Not really interested in running taxes without 3 of these in the board. And I've got the 2 March of Otherworldly Lights again, which I have been testing recently. I was considering testing these main, but I want to test Such a Spirit Realm in general as a card, so I've thrown these in the main. If it doesn't work out, the Marches will probably get moved in over the Touch the Spirit Realms, but I do like that in the matches where we do want more removal, if we do want to go up to that, actual 20% removal, not counting the Aganjo, we can just bring in March of Otherworldly Lights. So we do have that option. It's just they're starting in the sideboard, hoping that we can win games through our aggression and through our tempo. without needing to board to like be that heavy removal in game one. We need to be that heavy removal heavy in subsequent games we can. March is also like kind of an Alpine Moon slot where it's like anti-Urza Saga technology, so there's that. So that's the list. Let's get into match number one and see how it goes. Alright, we found an opponent for match number one. We will be on the draw. Our opponent has kept 7. We'll keep 7. We've got a pretty good one here. The question is, will he turn 1 cave or turn 1 factory? Opponents Waterlogged Grove into Aether, which makes me think they're humans. So the reason I would want to play factory on 1 here is so that I could attack with it on 2. The only punish for cave is that I specifically draw another cave on my next draw step, which would mean that I wouldn't be able to have the Skyclave on turn 3 for casting, which I think is relevant in this matchup. And also depends if I want to play Thalia on 2. So I am going to lead Cave just in case I want to play this Skyclave on 2. On turn 3. And I draw a Cave of the Frost Dragon on 2. So we'll pass it back. Our opponent takes their Vial up to 1, doesn't have a second land drop, and passes back to us. So while on tap, we find Stoneforge. Assuming they are humans, this Keldra should be able to be pretty unopposed. I mean, yeah, I don't think Thalia is relevant here. They only have 1 land anyway. So we'll play at the Stoneforge. Assuming they are humans, what do we want to get? I think it might just be Eater of Virtue, just to, like, try and graft First Strike onto it with the Thalia, or just have Thalia be the most insane blocker in the world. The other option is Cloudsteel Kieran as a flyer for, like, a Mantis Rider. I think I'll just, like, Eater of Virtue. We'll pass. So our plan is to use Stoneforge to drop the Keldra, so Eater of Virtue has the, like, easiest way to be put into play without the Stoneforge cheating it in. So they didn't have a 1-drop. Their Vial takes up to 2. They do have a second land, but they still have no white source, so they can't play any like Thalia's Lieutenants or anything. Lord of Atlantis, of course, it's Merfolk. That makes sense. Okay, so end step, we will use Vial to put the Giver Runes into play. Go to our turn. We will take the Vial up to 2. We did draw the Cave of the Frost Dragon, so that's something. Yeah, well, I think we're just doing this, huh? Just put the Keldra into play. Worth noting that Merfolk is one of the matches where I think they have the least ways to deal with Keldra. Alright, so they take 5. I'm just going to put a Thalia into play now just to prevent them from using Spreading Seas. Unless they find another land. Okay, they activated their Vial 2 and chosen not to use it. I don't know why they're pump faking me. That doesn't really make any sense. They leave their Vial on 2. They spent 2 mana to cast another 8th Vial. Okay. I don't know what's in their hand, but they're not doing anything, so that's cool. Okay, I think this game's in the bag. I can't imagine what they could do from here. We are going to take the Vial up to 3 to utilize Skyclave. Oh, we drew the Doggo. I kind of want to just hold the Doggo to pitch to Solitude as an emergency and just like play out the Eater of Virtue and put it on my Keldra. Or I could get it with Factory. No, it doesn't seem very good. Let's just do the Eater of Virtue. Let's just put it on the Thalia, I suppose. Alright, they're pump faking their Vial on 0. Sure. Okay. They're tapping down Keldra. So I'm just going to use the Give It Pro Blue. Get in with both. Alright, they're down to 3. I'm just going to Skyclave here. I'm going to take away their Vial on 2. I don't know what they could possibly have from here, but I think this just like takes away their really do anything. Yeah, they just scoop it up to that. Cool. On to game 2. Marches seem good. I kind of might want Relic Water. I don't want Recipes, don't want Kentucky, don't want Drannith, don't want Forge Tender. Yeah, maybe Relic Water, which I might want instead of March, because I kind of want March to take down Vial and or Spreading Seas, which Relic Water just does a lot cleaner. Because they're not a graveyard deck, I might want to trim a Lion Sash. Touch Spirit Realm seems fine as like an O-Ring. Flickers is a flyer, so it's fine. Skyclave's fine. Removal. I probably just don't want Thalias. The question is if I want to trim 2 cards to make room for these 2 Marches as well. That puts 2 up to like a lot of interaction for them. I think like trimming a Lion Sash is kind of free. And then what? I could trim like Cloudsteel Kieran. I could maybe even trim both Lion Sashes. I think Lion Sash could, like, 1 Lion Sash is fine as a tutor target. Do I just want to, I maybe just want to trim a Giver. I think Eater of Virtue's good. Yeah, they're not likely to have a lot of like removals, but I think Giver's less necessary. It's just like trying to win combat. Okay, what is this hand? Someone give it to do Stoneforge? We'll just keep that. With like a Solitude. Okay, they just have a Waterlog Grove with nothing. We draw a Vial, that's awesome. Good top deck. I think this matchup's a lot easier if we're the only one with Aether Vial. Tide Shaper. Kicked, making my plains an island, that is fine. So if we get rid of the Tide Shaper, it stops being an island, so that's fine. Another Aether Vial. I don't think I need that. I think I'm just gonna hardcast Stoneforge and Vial in this Giver. Like I said, I don't think they have a lot of ways to actually interact with the Stoneforge Mystic, so I feel like I'm pretty free to just get Caldra here. Like, yeah, I really don't think... If they have a way to deal with Stoneforge, it's very few and far between, so I think this is going to force them to have something very specific to keep me from just putting Caldra into play. And of course, because I have the Aether Vial, I'm going to wait as long as I can to hopefully Solitude and Flicker Wisp in the same turn. Instead, we will Vial in the Giver. We will take our Vial up to 2. Okay, they're trying to Merfolk Trickster. I'll let that resolve and target. Okay, it's targeting Stoneforge. I feel like my opponent's a little new. Like, apologies to them if they aren't, but I'm just going to respond. Put Kelder into play. Alright, now Stoneforge has no abilities. That is fine. Tick Vial up to 2. I'm just going to play out the Aether Vial here because I got nothing better to do with that mana. Go to combat. Get in with Kelder for 5. And pass back to them. Glassful Mimic. So that's probably going to be a Tide Shaper, I guess. Going to send something else into an island. Trickster. So they're trying to make it lose all abilities, but I don't think I care. I think I'm just going to... Like, I don't know if that does anything, I don't think it does. Like, I don't think it makes the Keldra fall off the germ or anything, but I'm just going to Pro Blue in response. Alright, let's scoop up the match. So, I mean, next time we'll go to Tick the Vial up to 3, and Solitude and Flicker Wisp for the Solitude to take down a bunch of their board, but our opponent wasn't interested, so that's match number 1 in the bag. Let's get on to match number 2. Alright, we found an opponent for match number 2. This would be a very, very greedy keep. We have Land and Vial, but we're on the draw, so Brenda's Authorities we're in trouble. Even if we draw a land, like Double Thalia's kind of loose. I'm gonna mulligan. I'm tempted to keep this because I don't really want to go down to 5. We've got 2 manlands, we've got a clearing. I am actually going to keep this. Bottom Plains. Which might seem loose, but I'd rather a 5-lander than a 1-lander. Termite Darksteel Citadel is interesting. Ooh, another Mishra's Factory. That's actually kind of good. So we played out a Vial, we're passing. They missed their second land drop? Okay. And we draw Spirited Companion. I'm actually going to hold on to that. Just get in. Yeah, could have played Spirit Companion, but Vial's about to take up to 2, and I don't have much to do with the Vial at all, so like I might as well get in. Okay, they have an Ornithopter. And a Welding Jar. And a Welding Jar. So they just chose to play none of this last turn. And another Ornithopter. Okay. Okay, we'll take our Vial up to 2. And now we draw the Giver Runes, of course. So I'm going to play a Mishra's Factory. This is the newly controlled one. So add a mana. Animate this one. Go to combat. Get in. They choose to take 2. That's cool. I think I just want to play the Giver Runes and pass. I don't know there's much point putting the Spirit Companion into play right now. They have Frogmite. Okay. Okay, here's the Mirror Enforcer. And a Sojourner's Companion, okay. Now they're cooking. Okay, another Sojourner's Companion. Settle down, opponent. Alright, we'll use Aether Vial to put our Doggo in. What will we find? A Cloudsteel Kieran? That's not bad. We'll take Vial up to 3. I actually don't know that Affinity can beat a Cloudsteel Kieran reconfigure game 1, as funny as that sounds. So I'm inclined to just play out a Giver of Runes and pass here, especially if I have Giver of Runes available, actually. If I have double Giver of Runes, I don't think they can beat a Cloudsteel Kieran reconfigure. So we will just pass. Okay, our opponent's doing a big old attack. A 12. Yeah, so I'm just going to block something with the Spirit Companion and just protect it with the Giver of Runes, giving Pro Colorless. Yeah, I'll just let the damage happen. Take 8, go to 12. They have a Saga. Alright, let's Vial in this Cloudsteel Kieran. Vial can stay on 3, I suppose. They have Ornithopters with flying, but that's it. So let's go to combat. Get in for 3. Okay, now we reconfigure onto the Spirited Companion and pass it there. So the thing I'm most scared of here is that they have a Magic Piping Needle, so the target needle and name Giver Runes. So we can't die. So if I block, I get to take 6, go to 6, but I have to tap out my Giver Runes. But they have 1 card in here. I think it's kind of safe here to just like, just keep our life total above 0 for now. So this Giver of Runes will give that Giver of Runes pro colorless. And this Giver of Runes will give that Giver of Runes pro colorless. Alright, back to us. And they can't activate there as a Saga. We draw Skyclave Apparition. Does that do anything? I don't think so. So I could get in with Cave, but it's kind of the same to just getting with 2 factories. Plus that lets me hold up the mana to pop this Silent Clearing if I need to. So let's get in with all these. Yes, they get a free block on Spirit Companion, which means they're taking 4, so that's kind of okay. Pass the turn. The Saga takes up to 3. They make an 11/11, which is fine. They might, if they had a main deck Neil, they might even name Aether Vial here, but I'm kind of okay with that as well. They get a Springleaf Drum, okay. I think I just hold the Skyclave in case they have anything scarier than what they've got currently. Yeah, they're attacking with everyone, so that's cool. We'll just let that happen. We can't lose the game, so it's 5 and negate, and our opponent scoops it up. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool. Cloud Circurin proving itself once more. So we definitely want the Relic Waters. Definitely want the Kataki, of course. Everything else kind of whatever. March could be fine. Oh, they run Saga, so March is actually definitely fine. Kind of want to keep in the Skyclaves like Crater Platings. Wisp is potentially fine. Thalia I always find too slow here. I'm always happy to cut Thalia. Aid is pretty low impact. Lion Sash is fine as a one-of. And I don't really need 3 Giver Runes. So I think that's how we'll sideboard and get into game number 2. I left in the Cloud Security, but it is worth noting that post-board, they definitely will have ways to deal with that plan. I'm probably keeping this. It's kind of iffy. The reason I want to keep is that Stoneforge into Keldra should be pretty good here. Solitude can potentially be pretty good by itself, but I have none of my sideboard cards. My curve's pretty low. I mean, Stoneforge is like Keldra just deals with so much of their board, and then Skyclave and Flickwisp. I don't have a White Source, but I have Field of Ruin for a Saga. They're so fast though. This is really close. I'm up a game. I'm gonna keep. The main reason to mull is like to dig towards that Kataki, but it's only one of in my deck, so I don't think that's the best necessarily. Oh, turn 1 Python Needle. It's probably naming Aether Vial, I imagine. Yep. It's the unfortunate thing about a blind needle is you don't know what you're really meant to name. I feel like they might have kept base on that, having the Python Needle, but I think like a Saga is better than a Needle because, I don't know, you get to choose, you get to know what you want to name. Yeah, it really looks like they kept based on this Python Needle, so that's interesting. I'm going to play at the Mishra's Factory here, I think. Yeah, I don't think we get punished. Like, if we want to Field of Ruin next turn, it makes a White Source anyway, so just get this out so that it can be a manland as soon as possible if we need it to. The fact that they kept this anemic kind of start might mean they have an answer for the Stoneforge, but I think that's still fine. Their hand is like very removal heavy. I think this is like similar to the Murphy matchup where I think Caldridge has a lot of upside here. And should be pretty tough for our opponent to deal with. So they play a Saga and an Ornithopter and have nothing else to back it up. We find a Giver of Runes, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I'll play out the Giver. And I think I'm going to just put Keldra out here and attack with it. Their opponent can't make they can't attack with a construct next turn, so I think I just want to get in for damage and see if I can race. Especially with the Solitude in hand and the Flickwisp. I think my plan is to like next turn disrupt them with one of these and then turn off to hardcast the Solitude. Okay, Frogmite, another Saga. So they're ripping Sagas off the top. An Ornithopter, okay. It's kind of weird, right? Like that means some of these were just chilling in their hand, right? Ooh, another Solitude. Don't mind if I do. So I kind of want to Flicker Wisp away a Saga token. So I think I just want to like... I don't really know what to Skyclave this Needle. Oh, that's what I do. I Field of Ruin this Saga. That's pretty good. Now I only have to fight through 1 Saga, and I can do that pretty easily. I think I can get it with Keldra again. The attack with the Construct I just block with Stoneforge and protect with Giver, or Mishra's Factory, or whatever. Yep, they make a Construct. That is fine. So the nice thing is they've already got their Needle out here, so I don't think there's anything I'm scared of. Like, I don't think I need to act now. Yeah, let's get a Springleaf Drum. That's very not scary. They've got something. Thoughtcast, yeah, okay. I'd already given them blue mana anyway, though, so. Alright, so they attack with their Frogmite as well. I could eat that Frogmite. Oh, I could have eaten that Frogmite anyway, because I could use the factory to pump itself. That's a misplay. I just forgot to animate my factory. Pro colorless on the Stoneforge. Let damage happen. Go to my turn. Ooh, Spirited Companion. Do I want to leave Caldra back now? I don't think so. I think I actually want to, like, get them to attack so I can block with my Solitude and then protect with Giver. Gain some life. Unfortunately, I'm going to give them a bit of life with my Solitude. But then, I don't know. Depending how they play here, we might be able to not even Solitude them. Okay, Thoughtcast and play a tapped land. I mean, they can just block and survive the Caldrus here. I think I just Solitude here. Okay, take out one of their 10/10s. Solitude will block, and we'll give it Pro Colorless. Alright, gain 3 life. And back to us. For another Giver of Runes, I think we're going to do the same play. Sam to just get in with the Solitude here. Yeah, I think that's pretty free. I can just protect with Giver if they block with Frogmite. Alright, they block with Frogmite. We will give Pro Colorless with Giver of Runes. Just eat their Frogmite. We'll gain 3. Knock them down to 10. Pass back to them, holding up another Solitude. Especially could have played Spirit Companion like Flicklist our current Solitude, but I also don't think we're in any pressure to do anything like that right now. Thought Monitor, they'll draw 2. Drum, okay, that's still nothing. They've got 6 cards in hand, which is kind of scary. But I think our position's pretty dominant here. Question is whether I want to let them gain 10 life here. I don't think I need Stoneforge Mystic, so I think I'm just going to chump block here. And what I am going to do is in their end step, I'm going to another Saga. I think I'm still going to just Solitude and get rid of their Thought Monitor. Cranial Plating, sure. Alright, we'll cast the Solitude. And we'll just take out their Thought Monitor. It's like one of the scariest things to wear a Cranial Plating, I think. Although they've got Ornithopters, but I'm just going to take the Cranial Plating with Skyclave now. What have they got? They're moving Cranial Plating onto it? Sure. Yeah, they'll gain 13 life, but I mean, that is pretty good for them. Oh my god, the top deck. Let's go to combat first. Get in. Alright, now we'll play Skyclave, I think. Or do we just... Do we not need a Skyclave this Cranial Plating? No, we probably need a Skyclave. But they, like, they can't pay... They can pay for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can pay for 6 artifacts. Or 5 artifacts and move the Cranial Plating. I think I should just do the safe play of taking out the Cranial Plating. The other option is, like, Spirited Companion, Giver of Runes, Kataki. I think this is for the best. Just get rid of the Cranial Plating forever. And play the Kataki and pass. Alright, have fun with all your triggered abilities, opponent. This might even just be a concession. Alright, a lot of stuff's going on, so I'm just going to cut back to after they finish paying all the Kataki stuff, and we'll see what their board looks like. So before and after. Okay, so they played a Treasure Vault turn, so this is what they're left with. Alright, they pass back to us. So our upkeep, we have a cost on our Caldra. We will pay to keep our Caldra in play. Mistress Factory is a cool draw. I should have just tapped a Mistress Factory, actually. I think what I'm going to do here is... I was going to use Flicker Wisp to flicker away their construct, but they can make another one, so... I think I just want to go to combat. And... 5/5, yeah, just get him with my Caldra, I think. They're going to Hercules recall me? Okay. Well, I wish I hadn't sacked away my Stoneforge Mystic earlier now, but that's fine. One more mana and I can replay the Caldra next turn, so I'm going to play Spirit Companion and hope to draw a land. Do another Spirit Companion, okay, I'll play that. And we draw a Relic Water, so we're kind of okay next turn regardless. I should have played the Giver of Runes, that was a mistake. But my opponent scoops up the match. Awesome, so that's 2-0 currently, let's get into match number 3. Alright, we found an opponent for match number 3. We are on the draw yet again. We have a 1-lane Vial here, but I actually kind of really tempted to keep because even if they thought to take away the Vial, if we rip a land, we're kind of good. Let's just keep. I mean, if they are a Thoughtseize deck, like, these are all really good against them anyway. Oh no, it's Titan. Oh, this is the worst timeline. Okay. This is the worst. Whatever, turn 1 Vial, pass. How do we beat Titan with this hand? I really don't know how we beat Titan with this hand. We have to draw, like, Solitude. They have the Dryad. Oh my god, they even have a Valakut. That's messed up. Okay, we rip another land. Just have to play out a Doggo and pray, I suppose. Oh god, this doesn't look good. I just have to hope that they don't also have a Titan. At least they don't have an Aether Vial. Amulet of Vigor, I suppose. God, they have Summoners Pact. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. I mean, they don't have amulets. I'm not strictly dead this turn, but I don't know how I, like, don't just die next turn. Okay, here's the Titan. So they can get Velikut Vesuva. You get, like, 6 Velikut triggers. Deal 18. Attack with Dryad, force me to chump. Oh, they don't get Vesuva? Okay. You get Simic Growth. Bouncing Velikut, because they have another land drop this turn still. Is that more damage? It might be more damage. Oh, they're bouncing Simic Growth. Yeah, that's clever. Do they have another land drop is the question. I haven't been paying attention. No, they don't, so they still just put me to 2, so it's the same line. Except they guarantee they have land drop for next turn. So Stoneforge doesn't do it. That's Violent Spirit Companion, see if we can draw like a Solitude. No. We could touch the Spirit Realm, the Titan, but then the Dryad's still a problem with the Velikuts. Yeah, it's just game. Okay, let's go to game 2. Frickin' Titan. Okay, so we bring in Marches and Relic Waters to deal with, because we really need to deal with Amulet and Saga, so that's what this does, and this deals with Amulet, Saga, or Dryad. Nothing else matters here. So what do we take out? Thalia's potentially too slow. It still, like, technically does something. Flicker Wisp doesn't really do anything. I probably just want to cut Flicker Wisps. I don't need all my Giver Runes. I don't need a second Lion Sash. I can cut Skyclaves. I can cut Skyclaves, technically. But they also deal with the other stuff, so they could probably just leave them in. Maybe I just want to cut Thalia. Is there any advantage between Thalia and Flicker Wisp? Thalia's a 2-drop, I suppose, is the advantage. I can Violent Flicker Wisp to flicker away a Dryad or a Velikut or something. I probably just need to leave Flicker Wisp in. Yeah, let's just take out Thalia's. Thalia can technically, like, slow down any amulets they slow roll and a Summoners Pact, but I don't think it does enough. This hand also doesn't really do anything against them, but it does have the Vial. I don't think I have to mulligan, even though I have an Aether Vial. Wow, this hand's worse. They kept their 7, so that sucks for us. I'll keep this. Bottom one of the Aganjos, I suppose. I think I just want to keep Solitude so I can, like, pitch something in Solitude and touch the Spirit Realm. I'm going to start with Aganjo. Field of Ruin's actually kind of cool here too. Okay, they have Tomo Grazer again. They play an Urza's Saga. Okay, we don't draw a white source. That sucks. Let's just pass it to them. Next turn I will just Field of Ruin their Urza's Saga. Dryad, sure. So I have Canopy, so I can Relic Water, but I think I just want to Field of Ruin. I just want to keep them from getting to an Amulet. They can still potentially Titan next turn without it. I still think that's our play, though. Back to them, so if they have 2 untapped lands, they can cast a Titan here, or if they have a Castle Garenbrig, they can cast a Titan here. Zeuser is fine. They have a Velikut, okay, but they've got nothing else. Just getting the Dryad, sure. I would love to draw a non-Relic Water white card here. I would kind of want to keep the Relic Water. Aether Vial is fine. Question is, do I just want to hardcast Touch the Spirit Realm? Oh, no, I don't want to cast this Vial. I just want to Field of Ruin, take away their Velikut now. So I'm still holding up the ability to cycle or channel my Touch the Spirit Realm. So two Field of Ruins putting in work here. Opponent has an Explore, that is fine. Alright, we're going to combat. I think I'm just fine taking 3. I think I want to save the Solitude touch line for when they play a Titan. Skyclave is cool. Do I just Skyclave Dryad? I probably just Skyclave Dryad here. Do I Relic Water? If I Relic Water Dryad, yeah, I can hold up Touch the Spirit Realm still. It means I don't get this Vial into play, but I think that's okay. I could have also used Touch the Spirit Realm to flicker my Relic Water, which might have been an option for me earlier. Okay, they're going to Summoners Pact. Probably getting a Titan here. Yep. They have a Castle Garenbrig. They're going to play the Titan. I'll let them get their lands, and then I will probably use my Solitude touch line. And they get double Urza Saga. That is real scary. What can I do about that? Not a lot, right? My Relic Water is my way of dealing with sagas. Yeah, so I think I just do this now. Get rid of the Titan. And we will Channel Touch the Spirit Realm. It's not really worth giving back the Dryad, is it? To take away a saga. I could do it in response to the Relic Water ETB to like permanently exile something, which is what I was thinking of earlier. That could have potentially been a line that I just overlooked because I was focused on the Solitude line. Okay, Solitude's back. I'm just going to take down the Azusa, even though the Grazer is an annoying roadblock. Okay, play out the Aether Vial. We're going to pop the Canopy here, just see what we get. In case you're a land would rather play. Ooh, March is good. Let's march one of these sagas out of here. Go to combat. Force a block. I mean, they're just going to block this and take no damage, but at least this is going to get through, I suppose. Alright, so we're empty-handed. They have to pay for their Summoner's Pact this turn. They can still pay for their Saga, which is annoying, but they only make a 1/1. Alright, they just pass back to us. We will tick up a vial. Draw Mishra's Factory. Okay, we'll just play that. Go to combat. Get in. Yep, same blocks, that's fine. Pass it back to them. So here they make a construct, untap, make a construct, get an amulet. It's kind of scary. Yep, there's the amulet. They have a Valakut. That's fine. They have another Summoner's Pact. Well, I think we're just dead to that. Never didn't have it, huh? This game sucks. Titan's such a stupid deck. So, yeah, they can haste their Titan. They can't double strike their Titan. They can potentially... Oh no, they can't even get a Dryad this turn, so that's fine. But even if they just like get 2 more Urza Sagas, we're kind of in trouble. Urza Saga just does so much work for this deck. Like, I was able to fight through that first Titan, but the fact that it got double Urza Saga, and I wasn't able to deal with both of the Sagas, meant they just get an amulet so that their next Titan is just super gross. Alright, so they get Telaria West Growth Chamber, but they can't, because they're in the middle of combat, they can't use the mana to transmute their Telaria West currently. Although if they bounce the Simic Growth, then post-combat... Oh no, okay. Alright, we'll get down to 9. Alright, back to us. We'll take our Vial up to 2. We need to find a removal spell for this Titan immediately. That's not it. If the only way we don't die is if they mess up, like... Because they surely just, like, get a Dryad and kill us with Velocro triggers. Yeah, we're just dead. That sucks. It sucks playing Taxes and losing to Titan, but... Even if we have 4 Arbiter, 4 Ghostwater, 4 Path of Exile, 4 Solitude, we're not beating this deck that like consistently, so it is what it is. Let's go to match number 4. Alright, we've got our opponent for match number 4. We are on the draw yet again. But this hand is kind of okay, so we'll keep. Got a Vial, got a Stoneforge. That's kind of all we really need. Plus we got the Solitude Touch the Spirit Realm combo yet again, so we can like potentially try and see if that's good. Our opponent are going to 4, so they're probably on Tron, or they're probably losing. If they're on Tron, then we probably just lose. They start with a Bloodstained Mire? What is this? Alright, on to our turn. Another Aether Vial isn't very rad, but that's fine. Just play an Aether Vial and pass. Our opponent fetches a tapped Indatha Triumph. Plays a Stomping Ground, so they have all 5 colours, right? No, they're missing blue. They get a Ren and 6. Okay. This Lion Sash is looking better and better. Yep, they get back their Bloodstained Mire. So they kind of undone their mulligan a little here, which is good for them. To carry the Vial up to 1. What do we draw? Another Plains. Okay. I can't really play out the Lion Sash here, or Ren and 6 just down tick on it. I think do I just play out a Stoneforge? I think I do. Just like grab Keldra. I think I just force them to do with the Stoneforge and grab Keldra. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, opponent plays Bloodstained Mire again, fetches again. So there might be like one of those General Ferris Rockrick decks. Should be interesting. Lightning Bolt the Stoneforge is fine. Terraform Carvu is fine. Alright, they pick back up their Bloodstained Mire. Our turn, untap, Vial ticks up 2/2. Draw a card. Draw a card. Get out of my upkeep! So I think it's just Lion Sash and eat some things. That seems good. We'll pass. We might even try and Lion Sash and hold up Touch the Spirit Realm to protect our Lion Sash. But yeah, we're going to Lion Sash in response to them ticking up their Ren Let's try and get back this Bloodstained Mire. Bloodbraid Elf, sure. Oh, gross. They hit Shardless Agent. Which I think our opponent nulled to, like, whatever this game, right? Like 4 or whatever it was. So much value, dude. I'm just going to take 8 here, I think. I can grow Lion Sash to a 4/4. Well, depends what they discard, actually. Yeah, I can. Okay, so let's do that. Sash. Eat the Zagoth Triome. The Bloodstained Mire. Although I suppose if I do this, the Ren can ping it to finish it off. I probably, there's not much I could have done better there, is there? Yeah, I think I just have to take it. That's fine. Probably should have held up, like, Touch the Spirit Realm. That's fine. Let's eat our Stoneforge. Eighth Vault can go up to 3. Ooh, Spirited Companion. I'm tempted to just pitch it to Solitude and touch the Spirit Realm. I kind of want to cast it and draw something, but that doesn't really do anything for us, right? Yeah, it's all 1/1, so I think I'm just pitching it. I suppose if I'd drawn a land, I could have... No, I couldn't have. It's fine, it's fine. Let's get rid of the Shardless Agent for now. Channel touch the Spirit Realm on the Solitude. Yeah, I think we just attack the Ren here. They're on 1 card in hand, so I think we can win this battle if we just deny them resources. And we will eat our touch the Spirit Realm. Okay, knock their Ren down to 1, pass to them. Solitude comes back. We'll take down the Carvu. I'm not scared of a Bloodbraid Elf, whereas the Carvu can actually do stuff and is a 5/5. Okay, they have another Shardless Agent. That is fine. Tribal Flames on our Lion Sash, huh? That sucks. Because they have all 5 types, right? Yeah, they do. Okay, let's just exile their Lightning Helix just in case. That sucks. I'm just gonna trade here, I suppose. See that, or I trade with the Shardless Agent. Oh, they even have the fetch land. That's so rude. No cards in hand though. Their 1 card in hand now is the Wooded Foothills. So I just need to draw good. Get out of my upkeep! Why are you here? You have nothing to do. Get out of my upkeep. Skyclave, take down Ren. Skyclave, take down Ren seems good. So now our boards are kind of equal, but I've got Aether Vials. And if I just start drawing lands, I can maybe play this Keldra. Oh my god, they drew a Shardless Agent again? And they find Lightning Helix, so they get a 2/2, as well as their 2/2 and their 2/2. Must be nice to just always rip good, huh? Tick up both vials. Okay, we technically survive. Alright, Bloodstained Mire when we know about the Wooded Foothills in their hand, or whatever. We know they've got a different fetch land in hand. We're on 4. Okay, so we'll leave this vial on 5, because we're really hoping to draw a Solitude. This one can go up to 2. We drew the Solitude, so we get to live. That's cool. Unless they draw a removal spell right now. Bloodbraid Elf, maybe. Okay, so we activate the vial here. So if they have any interaction, we can just cast in response. If they happen to have drawn something, take out the Shardless Agent because the Flickers can kill these. And we'll trade with this. Alright, go up to 5. Oh, what did they draw? Carvu? Ugh. So we once again need to top deck something. Take this up to 3. Alright, Field of Ruin does it. We can chump block with Cave, which sucks, but I think it's what we have to do. Unless we can Field of Ruin and take them off colors. What do they got? They've only got 1 black source, but they do have a fetch land. They've only got 2 white sources, 2 green, 1 blue. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to chump block their Carvu with my Cave and hope I top deck better next turn. So on 1 more life, I could eat this and potentially do something else the following turn. Okay, so they attack. They get to cantrip, which is also not great for us. They just got the Foothills that we know about. Just got to animate Cave and Pray. Okay, chump block. Go to 3. And die to Tribal Flames. Cool. So Marches seem really good. Sex Fires actually seem really good too. Forge Tenders seem good. Dranath actually seems good because of how many stupid Cascaders they have. Recipes also looks fine, to be honest. No, it's really something random 6, I think. Let's leave Rest in Peace out for now and try and just like bring in these. Skyclave seem fine. I think Thalia's interesting. I definitely want to trim a vial. Lion Sash, I might actually use it as a 2-off here. I don't need Cloud Steel Kieran. Am I better off just getting rid of Skyclaves in this matchup? I might actually just be wanting to get rid of Skyclaves in this matchup. Yeah, let's cut Skyclaves. And then it's either like Thalia or Wisp. Actually, maybe I want to cut Thalia and Wisp because they're both weak to Ren, and Skyclave deals with Ren. It's like I don't think Flickwisp does much anyway. Like this stuff just dies to their removal too hard. Spirit Companion at least replaces itself. I know, cutting all their meter virtue really doesn't look good, does it? So let's just do that and run it back like that. Alright, we get to be on the play now. I kind of want to keep this. I mean, all these cards are pretty good. Let's just keep. They keep a 7. That's pretty scary. Play Cave, and we will pass. Right, they play Wooded Foothills, and they're passing it back. We draw Plains. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill. There's no point playing a Lion Sash yet. Right, they cracked their fetch. They're probably getting a Triome here. Steam Vents, which is all of their colors. Here's Scion of Draco. Okay. I think it's just Solitude Pitch Skyclave here, which I don't need to do right now, so I just won't do right now. Yeah. Ooh. Sanctify is cool. So I think the plan is to Lion Sash here to eat something. Just hold it. Maybe just holding up March on 2 is good. Well, let's just play at the Sanctifier actually. I'll just pass back, still holding up Solitude. General Ferris Rockerich. Okay. Yeah, I think I just want to do this. Let's just Solitude the Sign of Draco. Draw. Tech Edge is kind of cool. They're cool. Okay, so these are both red sources. These are both green sources. The only blue source is the only white source. Also the only black source. Do I just want to play a Lion Sash here? The golems are going to be scary, but I have March of Otherworldly Light and Solitude. If I play the Sash, I can only get one thing because I have so many color sources. I think I'm just going to, yeah, take down the Triome. Okay, so they only got basic Mountain. That might mean our next Field of Ruin would be pretty good. Alright, Territorial Carbu. Sure. Right, they're getting in with the General. That is fine. Pretty sure I just want to march this token now. Just because I don't really want to hold up my white mana. I just want to use it. Give it Runes is interesting. I'm probably just going to use it to pitch the Solitude. I might just spend this turn reconfiguring Lion Sash on the Sanctifier. Of course, they have a Lightning Bolt. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, we'll just pass turn. Okay, they attack with Carbu, so they can draw and discard. They discard a Force of Vigor. Yeah, we'll just block. They've got nothing, so they're holding something up, surely. Draft Magistrate's pretty cool. Let's play Giver of Runes. Kind of want to Tech Edge them here. Take them off blue. Okay, Bolt Giver, sure. Not much could have done about that anyway. And they're cracking their foothills, getting Breeding Pool. Okay, so they're replacing their blue source. Alright, pass back to them. Mantis Rider, gross. I'm just going to evoke my Solitude and take out their Mantis Rider. Do that. Block here. Take no damage. My turn. Draw a Spirited Companion. That's a pretty good one. Alright, it's Giver of Runes. Don't hate that. Alright, we'll pass back there. Okay, Bloodbraid Elf. This is not good. Well, they're Tribal Flame, so at least they won't get another trigger up there, General Ferris. Oh, X is 0. Okay. No? X is not 0? What? I'm confused. It said X is 0, but... I don't know. I don't know why it said X is 0. I don't know what that means. Okay. I think I have to take 8 here and just eat this Bloodbraid Elf. Or I could jump block with Spirited Companion. But I can do that next turn as well, I suppose. Alright, back to me. What do we draw? Solitude with no way to do anything with it. Okay. Pass it back. Sign Draco is scary. So the shit all gets keywords now, so that's cool. Alright, block like this. No point blocking the Carbu because it has trample. Draw another Sanctifier, so we're just dead. Alright. We're 2 and 2. Let's see if we can get a positive result by going into match number 5. Would you believe it? We're on the draw once again. We are going to keep this. We have Vile. We have Solitude. Got Stuff. Got Doggo. Okay, Mountain and Crash Through. Drawing a card. Okay. My opponent has an upkeep stopping my upkeep. That's cool. Yeah, I'll just play Vile and pass. Mistress Bauble, sure. Bauble me, sure. crash through again. Okay. Feels like you meant to have a creature in play while you're doing all this, opponent. And they just pass. Okay. Yep. They draw a card, we take up a vial, and we draw an Aganjo. Question is, do I want to get a second vial in play? I think my opponent's chilling enough that I kind of do. Like, I kind of want to play the Spirited Companion, but I don't think I need to. I'll just, like, drop it off a vial at some point. Reckless Impulse. Okay. Still think you want a creature in play, opponent. Hey, there's a creature. You did it, opponent. You got a creature in play. I'm so proud of you. Now, the question is if I want to play out my doggo so I can potentially use the vial for something else, or if I want to just vial it in and, like, eat this Darcy, potentially. Let's play it. So we've drawn some garbage. Okay. We'll pass the turn. They almost definitely have removal, right? Because they've done actual nothing so far this game. Lava Dart, sure thing. I'm just gonna wait till I can, like, just start hardcasting Solitudes, I think. Oh, they lava darted me, because they're now flying. Light up the stage, okay. Death card on top, they found another light up the stage and a lava dart. I think this Darcy can only hit for 3, so I'm not really scared of it. Okay, we're just chilling. It is turn 4. We have 2 vials in play, and our opponent has knocked us down to 16. We'll just take up both vials. Yes and yes. We found a Giver of Runes. Okay. Suppose we'll just play that. I suppose I'm going to get in for one, because why not? Got him. Got him. And they're lava darting me. Okay. If we crash through into their graveyard. Here comes a Bedlam Reveler, I guess. Flashing back a lava dart. Okay. Okay, casting light up the stage. That makes sense, I suppose. Hey, a Swift Spear. They found another creature. Here comes the Bedlam Reveler. Okay. They find another Swift Spear. That is fine. Oh no, Mishra's Bauble. I still don't think we need a Solitude here, do we? Maybe we need to draw a card of the Sunbaked Canyon, actually. No, I want Iganjo. I don't want to draw that. So let's Skyclave. Just a Swift Spear, I suppose. After all that, they only have 1 card in hand and a Mountain in Exile, so I think we're kind of good here. Take down the Darcy because it flies. And do I just... No, I think I hold on to the Soldiers. I just take 2 here. Probably shouldn't have attacked with my Spirited Companion. I would have happily chump blocked it. Use a chump block Swift Spear here. They bauble us. Sure. Suppose they have 2 lands they can pop to draw cards, but not really scared of that. We'll take both files up because I want to get one up to 5 for these Solitudes if I can. We drew a land. That's good. Yeah, just pass. Do I want to attack with... No, they've got a Bedlam Reveler. I don't want to attack with anything. Okay, so they play their mount. They have 3 cards in hand now. They tap 3 mana and cast a Darcy. Sure. Swift Spear. Sure. Soulscar Mage. Sure. Okay, cast Solitude. Solitude the Bedlam Reveler. Thankfully we got to untap that Giver of Runes, so we're pretty good here. Let's go to blocks. I think I am just going to chump block with the Spirited Companion here. We've got another Solitude coming up next turn. Oh, I've got no cards in hand, so the Solitude should be good. So we'll just protect our Spirited Companion then. So yeah, if I had blocked the Skyclave there, knowing they had no cards in there, I could have just like blocked here. Well, I suppose, yeah, they have Lava Darts, so they might be thinking of Lava Darting here, which I'm kind of okay with. I mean, if I blocked with Skyclave, they probably would have double Lava Darted here. Or that would have forced them to act because I would have had the bigger thing. This does give them prowess. Yeah, okay. So they can do it again so that their Swift Spear just eats my Solitude. It costs them another land. Yeah, there we go, they're doing it now. But we still gain life, so that's something. Yes, we'll take the save up to 5. No, that bar can stay on 3. Ooh, and we find an Aganjo. Sure. Pass to our opponent. See what they want to do, and we'll have the Solitude as an option. Now the Darcy's kind of scary. Okay, they've got another Lava Dart in bin. Okay, so they just attack with Darcy, so I'm just going to Aganjo it. Second Aganjo coming in handy here. And they're passing, so I'm just going to put this Solitude into play and eat the other Darcy. I'm going to leave both of these vials where they are for now. Ooh, Stoneforge, huh? What do we want to do with the Stoneforge Mystic? I suppose we want to play it and then work it out from there. I kind of just want to get Kaldra, actually. Unless... When Lion's Heart should be pretty good. That Securing doesn't seem that good. Eater of Virtue... Well, actually, Eater of Virtue is probably just the play, huh? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put it on the Solitude, and we're going to just move this lifelink around, I think. Alright, our opponent scoops it up. Alright, going to the second game, we want the Marches. We definitely want Sanctifiers and Forge Tenders, and that's probably it. Draneth doesn't actually seem the worst here. They have a lot of their card draw is, stopped by it. It is an X3 though, so definitely leaving all the givers. I think we can trim a vial. We can definitely trim a sash. Thalia seems good. Touch seems slow. I don't want Cletzel Kieran. Skyclave's potentially fine. I don't think I want Wisp because they have Love Darts. Should I cut Touch the Spirit Realm here? I think I can cut Touch the Spirit Realm here and then just cut the Eater of Virtue. I think that looks good. Let's do that. Alright, run it back like that. Oh, alright, we got a Vial, give a Stoneforge kind of hand, so that's pretty cool. We'll keep Darcy, sure. Ooh, Draneth. That's cool. We're still going to leave the Vial here. Turn 2, we're just going to cast the Draneth, I suppose. Puh! Shattering Spree. It's a pretty good opponent. They only have one land, though. So I'll just play Stoneforge and force them to have an answer for this. Yeah, just get Keldra. I've only got Keldra and Lion Sash as targets at the moment. This is a matchup we would love to be back on Batterskull, so I think I might try and find room for Batterskull next time. Our opponent plays Manamorphose. Not that Batterskull would be that much better in this scenario. Like, Shadow Spear would actually be really good in this scenario. Alright, they Manamorphose, adding double red. They find a Crash Through. Do they find a burn spell for the Stoneforge? That's what they need. That's a card on top with the Surveil, so I assume it's a Lightning Bolt or something along those lines. Lava Dart, so they're going to double cast this Lava Dart. Sacking a mountain. Yeah, that's fair. Got to deal with that Stoneforge. Yeah, Lava Dart's another reason Draneth actually looks pretty good here, huh? Ooh, I think I just have to march. I think I definitely have to march. I do it now because I don't want them to get any more surveils, because they're currently on a one-lander here. So we might be able to punish them. Oh, sure, Lightning Bolt for the giver. Lion Sash? Yeah, let's just kind of exhaust their removal, huh? Just eat their Darcy. It's the only creature and it pumps my Lion Sash. So it forces them to have something other than Lava Dart to do with the Lion Sash. You know, we get to untap with Sash, I just get stuck growing it. Okay, they got a Bolt. Sure. Still only one land. Yeah, Spirit Companion seems good. If we draw a land, we cast Draneth as well. We drew our Ganju, but I F6 for some reason. I think our Ganju is good to hold on to anyway. Yeah, look at that Darcy. Okay. Yeah, let's attack. I like being aggressive. Play the Draneth. Question is, I want to hold up this Aganjo, hold this Aganjo in hand, so I think I do. I think I want to play the Vial and hold up the Aganjo. Okay, Lava Dart. On me, okay. Well, I can't flash back that Lava Dart thanks to our Draneth. They did that to fix their draw, that makes sense. So Spear, sure. No attacks, yeah, cool. Tick Vial up to 1. Draw planes. I don't want to cast Skyclave, but I think I just sit back here and just hang out a little. Hold the Aganjo. If I don't Aganjo, I'll pop Sunbake Canyon, hoping to draw like a Forge Tender or a Giver. Okay, they found the third land. Crash through, sure. Still no attacks. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I'm hardcasting this Keldra complete anytime soon, huh? Okay. Drew a land. We'll tick the Vial up to 2. Mishra's Factory. Cool. Yep, just pass back, I suppose. Cool. Mishra's Bauble. Sure thing. They bauble me. Okay. They attack with their Darcy because they have to. So we are going to Aganjo their Darcy. Goodbye, Darcy. And our turn. Yes, yes, yes. We will tick the Vial up to 3. Draw a Skyclave again. Okay. Let's just play out a Skyclave. Take out this idiot. Animate the factory, and we're going to start getting aggressive. They can't have creatures. They're all gonna, they can have his removal, which they have removal. They've had removal the whole time, so it's fine. Alright. They're down to 14. Pass back to them. Lightning Bolt the Draneth, huh? Sure. Okay, Reckless Impulse. Looks like we were keeping some of that stuff back, which is cool. Right, so they're playing out their Swift Spear from their Reckless Impulse. And their end step, we're going to Violin a Skyclave and take it out. Alright, get out of here, Swift Spear. Untap. We're going to leave the Vial on 3 because if I draw a Solitude, I'll just hardcast it here. I draw a Cave, so that means 1 more mana and we can cast our Keldra. But for now, we're just going to get in with Mishra's Factory and all the boys. Alright, our opponent's down to 6, so they're dead next turn. even without Keldra. Oh, I think they just almost F6 through their own turn. Reckless Impulse, finding another Reckless Impulse. So that Drowneth was actually doing a lot by the look of it. Alright, so let's go into Lightning Bolt. They probably Lightning Bolt like one of these to unlock a 1-1. They played the Soul Scar Mage. That was the wrong choice, opponent, unless you have... I think I've already played their land for turn. Yeah, so we'll just put another Skyclave into play. Alright, let's scoop it up. So 3 and 2, not a bad result. Let's go to the post-league wrap-up. Alright, so 3 and 2 overall. Not a bad result. I think that went pretty reasonably. As far as the list, Double Gandra felt good. Like, I actually used it a lot there. Double Cave still felt fun. Like, it came and tapped a bunch, but it didn't really ever hurt us. Like, and I don't know. It is a manland is pretty cool. Field Run Tech Edge felt fine. Factory, I really liked having Factory again. Horizon Lands or whatever. The Mana Base, cool. Giver's actually put in a lot there especially in the early matches. I really liked how Giver performed. Eighth Vial, always good. Eater of Virtue actually was pretty decent. Like, I do like that, it has Stoneforge and I already had the Calder in hand. I just like grabbed the Eater of Virtue. So I just like, that's what I love most about Eater of Virtue actually. It's similar to Shadow Spear that you can just like slide it into play, just like, you know, the Stoneforge is starting to drop a Caldra anyway, and like whether they do or don't, you can just kind of use some spam out on Eater of Virtue. Soldiers were good. Thalias, Stoneforges were good. Spirit Companion, I was really happy with Spirit Companion. I don't know. I think I'm just biased at this point, but I really liked how Spirit Companion performed in that league. Skyclave was really good. Flick Wisp was okay. I think like these being 3-elves is kind of fine because the way they perform kind of is the performance of a 3-elf. Classic Heron was cool. We actually won matches. We won a game at least because of the reconfigure, which again is meant to be just flavor text, but it worked out really well. Lion Sash was cool. Actually, I think 2 Lion Sash was interesting. I boarded the second one out a lot, but I don't think that means that Lion Sash was bad as a 2 of. Because I think I boarded one out in that last match against Prowess, and I probably should have left it in. But I think two's kind of good, just giving us free main deck grave hate. Like, it's tutor target, but it's also just kind of good to draw. On to Touch the Spirit Realm. I liked Touch the Spirit Realm in theory, and there were times where we got to like pitch to a Solitude and channel Touch the Spirit Realm to like flicker our Solitude. It wasn't bad. I think it's a good card. What I think Touch the Spirit Realm does is it's a good card in taxes and definitely worth considering. I don't think it necessarily suits my play style. Um, I also think I like March as a sideboard card. So, despite trying the like high removal thing, I might actually for next league just like replace these with like I don't know, like a Batterskull or a Shadow Spear or both, or like go up on a Thalia or up on a Flickerwisp or something. I don't really know. These are kind of flexible slots. I don't know what I want to do with them. Like, I kind of want to turn this Lion's Sash back into a Batterskull, but I could just like turn one of these into a Batterskull or a Shadow Spear or both. Yeah, I need to work out what I want to do with this list because I think it's very close to being like solved in the sense of like solved for what I want, not necessarily the best that Death Attacks can possibly be in modern, but I think the best that I can have it. Like, I think this meta base is correct. I think I'm locked in with this meta base. Um, this is definitely locked in. A bunch of this is definitely locked in. This is locked in. This is locked in. This is locked in. So like this is all like definitely this is what I want. It's these 4 slots that I'm questioning whether I definitely want the Eater Virtue. I really like it at the moment, but whether it's staying on is a question. These I kind of just want to replace with something. Like these 2 are iffy, and these 2 are almost definitely coming out for the next league. Like potentially, yeah, I want a 4th and or a 4th Flicker Wisp again. Um, or maybe I should just be testing Archon of Emeria. Maybe I go back to the card that I've avoided for so long and actually test. I might just do that for next league. Just test like 2 Archon or something in the main. As for sideboard, I like marches in the sideboard. I like sliding into them. I don't think I want the main just yet. I think I like them as a sideboard option. Again, with what I said at the start of the league, I think I like with the whole 20% removal theory. I think I don't need it in the main. I just like am able to board up to it if I want to, but also being able to board into things like this. Like a lot of interactive pieces and whatever. Like you're kind of boarding into all this removal, like removal in quotations. Like this is definitely removal. This is definitely removal. These being removal is pretty questionable. This is kind of removal. You know. I really wanted to hit Cascade. I don't think I mentioned this at all, but like I know I mentioned that I could be running a third Drannith and I normally run a third Drannith. The reason I'm on two is mostly because I want to go up against Cascade and see if I get punished for not having the third one. I do like the two in that like against the like the prowess deck, I was able to bring them in. Like if I had three, obviously I could still just bring two in, but I do like that two is the number I want to bring in those matchups. And against like Cascade decks, like if it's living it, I want Rest in Peace anyway. And if it's Rhinos, then like I don't know, March and Flickerwisp can potentially fight through Rhinos. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like I said, I think this list is close to being where I want it. I think like the last sideboard slot is questionable still whether I want this third Drannith. Like if I want a one Kataki at all, or if I just want a third Drannith, or like if I, don't want a third Relic Water or something. So that's something I'll need to keep considering for the future. Yeah, as far as the main deck, these are questionable, and these are going to come out because I don't think they're for me. I think they're good, but I don't think they're for me. So let's open the chesty that we wanted, see if we get anything cool. Well, they're white cards. They're white legendary creatures, so the chest knows what I want, but they're not good. So, as always, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the list and what you thought of the league. If there was anything I could have done differently, or like, if you have any ideas for what I should be testing in these kind of slots, like I'm sure just mentioning it, people will probably just want me to play Archon of Emira in these two slots and just like run this back essentially. Maybe like turn this Lion Sash or this Eater back into like some life gain lands or life gain equipment or something. But yeah, hit me up, let me know. And until next time, bye-zy.